Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing another one of the SpongeBob capsules. So open that up for you. Okay. So this one is the Chum Bucket, which is very, very cool. So that's the one we're going to do today. I've seen a couple of other people make this and it does look quite complicated, so yay. So the first thing we're going to do is put our little table together with that little gum on the bottom. Obviously you've seen me do this before. I did think about possibly doing this off camera because I have done it before on the camera, but I thought no, I'm going to do it this way. So yeah, let's do that then. So we'll pop that in there, pop my scissors in there, and just quickly, again, as I said before, make sure that the notches are going in the right way so that you end up with that the right way round. Just keep going on that. Okay. Okay, so that's our little table, so just pop that into the capsule bottom there, the bikini capsule bottom, haha. There we go, right. Okay, so in this one we get a pack of dry chum, we get a pack of raw chum, we get a paddle, we get the chum bucket, we get some different types of tongs, which I like, they're very nice, and we get the chum on a stick mould. And what we do is we open the mould, whoops, drop the packaging on the floor. I'm going to leave that in there actually because I think that's going to keep it a bit more stable, because I have seen a couple of people that have said that the mould seems quite flimsy, and it, like, obviously you can see straight out of the packaging it's a little bit bowed. So I'm going to pop it in there to avoid any more bowing. Okay, so on the instructions it tells us to put the dry chum in. Okay, so put the dry chum in, fill both sides, then pour that into the bucket with the raw chum, mix it, and then put it back into the mould, put the sticks in and cure it. That's all it's showing to do, isn't it? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's do that then. So first of all, the dry chum. I think this is probably going to be kinetic sand, but we will see. A tiny little bit has popped open there. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a little bit more. That's annoying. And obviously it's not going to go perfectly now because I think some of that chum is in that top part. There we go. Right, much better. Pop that in my bin. Okay. So yeah, it is definitely kinetic sand. I can tell just from opening it that much. So I'll put some in that side. Stuff smells a bit like PVA glue. You shouldn't sniff things. It's fine to sniff this, but you shouldn't sniff things, as a rule of thumb. But yeah, just pop that in there. kinetic sand is very good at moulding to the shape of something, but it also, if you're not careful, you can end up with a lot of air in it, which we do not want, because then we won't get perfect little chum sticks. So grab that one. Now, I said I wasn't massively keen on the SpongeBob series. Then I did the only one I was interested in, which was the aquarium, and yeah, I've got a few more. Yeah, so I've got this one, and then I've got another two, which I will be doing on future videos. But yeah, I'm really quite liking them, and my decision to turn them into a display piece in my bathroom, that's what I'm going to be doing. I've already got the aquarium on a little shelf in my bathroom on display, but I just thought, you know, I've got a seaside themed or water themed bathroom, so you know, I've got like a fishing net up over the window with some decorations on it and stuff like that, shells and bits and pieces, and yeah, I've got quite a lot of bits and pieces in there to make it look beachy. You know, the toilet seat is shells and stuff like that, so I thought something like this would go really nicely in the bathroom. Okay, I think that's about as much. I mean, you can see there's so much left in there, but I think that's about as much as I'm going to get into that mould, so I'm going to put that to one side. And then we'll open up our raw chum, which is probably resin. Let's see. It's a very cool container, which will be going in the display. And I love the fact they've started doing this, putting a little seal on top. Oh yes, it is resin, but it's very, very thick resin. My goodness. After that Valentine's one that we did, that is just as thick. That is crazy. Okay, so let's get this into there. Same with this side. There we go. And then we'll grab, I'm not sure how much of this we're going to need, so I'm just going to do it in increments until I'm happy with the consistency. It's very gloopy already. It depends, I guess, on what kind of consistency you want them to be. If you want them to be, you know, really glossy and shiny, then you're going to want a lot more. But if you want them to be sort of a bit more grainy, then you don't need as much. I'm going to put another glob in there, because I feel like that's going to be a bit too grainy and I don't want it to fall apart. So let me give that a good mix. Much better. Much, much, much better. I think that's the consistency that I want it to be, because I don't want it to be, I want it to be quite grainy, but not so grainy it doesn't cure or it falls apart. But I think, yeah, maybe a tiny bit more, tiny bit more. We've got a lot, so see, that is the consistency I want, but some of that in there is a bit dry still. So I get a little bit more, just make sure that that grain there is not on there, because that's definitely going to come off in the bucket. Okay, one more go over. Yeah, perfect. Exactly the consistency I want it to be. It's disgusting. Okay, just gonna give my hand a rest a minute because that's quite challenging. Pop the lid back on that. I'll probably use that for something else, and then once it's empty it'll go in the display with the other bits and pieces. Right, so the question is now, how do we get this into that mould? Okay, gloop a bit like that. Okay, it's not too bad actually. That really does look like raw meat, doesn't it? Like raw pork or something. Obviously it's chum, but yeah, just thinking about the real world applications, what it looks like to me. Okay. I'm going to be using this bucket in my display as well because I think it's really cool. I might cure any leftovers that are in there into the bucket. I'm not sure yet. Okay, this is very gloopy. Sorry, my cat is screaming at the bathroom door for no apparent reason, just because that's what she likes to do. So there we go. This is so weird. This is like probably the weirdest one I've done so far. Now this stick is going to end up going in there, so I'm going to use the stick to scrape the spatula off. I feel like that would make the most sense. Okay, just pop that in there. Once I've scraped it all off, I can smush it down a bit better. Oops. Okay. Luckily, it went on my no stick mat. Not great for mica powders and stuff. It does stain, but when it comes to resin and stuff, it comes straight off, which is all good. I think that's that. Didn't get any more on there, did I? Yeah, it'll drop there. Yeah, okay. We don't have any bubbles that I can see, so that's a good start. It looks like raw meat, which I guess is the aim of the game, so yay. Yeah, okay. So now I'm going to pop that out of there. And then put one stick in. Like that. I'll just leave that a minute to settle, and then I'll use the thing to re-spread it. Okay, same with that side. And now we're going to have a spatula and just gently cover that stick over on both sides. I'm not sure how well the UV is going to pass through this, you know, but we'll see. Okay, got two little chum lollies. Sticks are the same length. Let's pop them under the lamp. While we're doing that, we'll have a little clear up. I do like this chum bucket. I do like the idea. Yeah, I'm gonna grab as much off the edge as I can and pop it in one place to make it look like it's spilling over. And then I'll pop the spatula in. 1 minute, darling. I know you want attention, but I'm busy. Oh, I know, it's terrible. I'll pop that onto there so it just looks like that's spilling over the edge a bit, and then pop that against the edge there. Then that can go in there as well. Actually, I might blast that with my lamp while that's doing its thing. Definitely get it to cure if I do that. And then I can test how well it cures as well, which will be good. I'm going to give that the 99 seconds on that side, and then once that timer goes off in a few seconds, I'm going to flip it over and do it the same on the other side and see where we are. Like that. There is a bubble, damn it. Oh well. It's chum, so it'll just look like pits, but yeah, there are bubbles on the back, annoyingly. Is that hardened there? Yeah, that's hardened. So just leave that on the rest of it. Pop that up there on my little shelf to keep doing its thing. Obviously I'll put the chum mould back in there. I don't really need this. They are very cute though. So I'll put them with my other SpongeBob stuff. That might become part of the display. Who knows? And then we'll see where this is going. Right, I will be back in a moment. I'm just going to let that timer run out, give it a quick check, and then if I need to do it anymore, I'll do it again and I'll tell you about it when I come back. Okay, so I did have to give it another pass, but it is fully cured now. The chum bucket's obviously fully cured, and I've already put that onto the table. So now I'm going to just push these out, give them a gentle pull to get the sticks to come out as well. There we go. A little bit of resin left on the edge there, but that'll be nice and easy to clean up because I love these moulds. In fact, I can put the leftover chum in there. Now it's cured. Because I'm not going to have children playing with these or anything, I can leave, you know, little bits. They're cured, so it's not like they're dangerous, but I can leave little bits without the worry that someone's going to put them in their mouth. So, my son is 14 now. It was his birthday a couple of days ago. So I don't have any worries there about him doing anything like that. So here are my chum lollies. As you can see, this side has come out absolutely perfectly. This side we do have a big old bubble there, but it's not the end of the world. I'm going to snip the edges off because there are a few little flashing bits left on there. Yep, there we go. Happy with that. So I'm going to the chum bucket with the bits I cut off. And then I'll just cut the extras off this one. I'll show you how this one turned out. It's a little bit better. There are some holes, but they are tiny. And again, I don't think it really makes that much of a difference, if I'm honest. So that's all good. Speaking of good, do you like my Gudetama light that my husband got me? He needs new batteries because he has run out, because he kept going off for no reason. But you tap him and he's got a light that comes on. He's very, very cute. So he's my little desk mascot now. And that is my little chum bucket finished. It looks gross. I love it. Obviously it's all cured, but you can still take these out and play with them. So I might just leave that one on display on the top there. And yeah, I might put something inside it, like maybe mix up the rest of that chum resin that I've got, pop it inside there and cure it so that they do sit out of the pot a bit better. But for now they sit quite nicely on the edge. And there we are. That is that video for today. I hope you've all enjoyed it. If you're not yet subscribed and you have enjoyed this video, please do give me a subscribe, and obviously make sure to like and comment, share with anybody that you think might be interested. I am going to be posting a lot more frequently again, so watch this space. Lots of very exciting things to come, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.